The Senate Joint Memorial 104, which is pushing for suppressors to be regulated like guns.
We process a greater volume of forms than we ever have before. I think 800,000 over the last year.
Lawmakers had some reservations about the resolution, saying easier access to suppressors would be more beneficial for criminals.
I mean, when I look at processing times, I looked 20 years ago, and the processing times haven't changed.
You said the system, the electronic processing system, is back up and running. I would agree with you.
They say the resolution will make it easier for gun owners to get their hands on a suppressor and protect their hearing.
Expedited ATF processing for suppressor. In recent years, the National Firearms Act, NFA, has been synonymous with long wait times and bureaucratic red tape, particularly in the realm of suppressors. However, a seismic shift seems to be underway, with reports emerging of dramatically expedited processing times for ATF Form 4s, particularly concerning suppressors. This development is not only reshaping the landscape of arm regulation, but also sparking enthusiasm among arm enthusiasts and industry professionals alike. To grasp the significance of this shift, it's essential to understand the historical context surrounding NFA items, specifically suppressors. The NFA was enacted in 1934 in response to concerns over the proliferation of certain arms deemed especially dangerous, including short-barreled rifles, short-barreled shot arms, and suppressors. These items were subject to stringent regulations, including registration with the federal government and the payment of a tax. However, the process of acquiring NFA items, particularly suppressors, has long been characterized by protracted wait times, often ranging from 9 to 12 months or more. The prolonged processing times for ATF Form 4s, the required paperwork for purchasing a suppressor from a licensed dealer, have been a significant deterrent for many prospective buyers. The arduous wait, coupled with additional background checks and associated costs, has dissuaded numerous arm enthusiasts from exploring the world of NFA items. Consequently, the suppressor market has faced considerable challenges, hindering its growth and innovation potential.
The Senate Joint Memorial 104, which is pushing for suppressors to be regulated like guns.
We process a greater volume of forms than we ever have before. I think 800,000 over the last year.
It's 7 to 9 months for an NFA form to be approved on a Form 4. I look at a Form 3 and it's 5 days.
Purchasing a suppressor for your firearm is not a speedy process. It can take months, and it also comes with a $200 tax.
However, recent developments suggest a fundamental shift in this paradigm. Reports have surfaced indicating remarkably expedited processing times for ATF Form 4s, with approvals granted in as little as 48 hours or less. This unprecedented acceleration in the approval process represents a watershed moment in firearm regulation, offering a ray of hope for those navigating the complex world of NFA items. Several factors appear to be driving this remarkable turnaround. One pivotal factor is the ATF's recent update to its system, aimed at streamlining and enhancing efficiency in processing NFA applications. This modernization effort has leveraged technology to automate and expedite various aspects of the approval process, resulting in significant reductions in processing times. Additionally, concerted efforts by industry stakeholders and advocacy groups to raise awareness about the challenges posed by lengthy wait times may have prompted the ATF to prioritize improvements in processing efficiency. The implications of expedited ATF processing for suppressors extend far beyond mere convenience for buyers. This development has the potential to catalyze growth and innovation within the suppressor market, unlocking new opportunities for manufacturers, retailers, and consumers alike.
That they have, and I worry that more accessibility to silencers will downplay the power that guns have.
The government is interfering with me being able to get a suppressor by delaying.
Lawmakers had some reservations about the resolution, saying easier access to suppressors would be more beneficial for criminals.
I mean, when I look at processing times, I looked 20 years ago, and the processing times haven't changed.
ATF's expedited approval process. The recent changes implemented by the ATF regarding the processing of Form 4s for suppressors mark a significant departure from previous practices. Traditionally, the ATF followed a first-in, first-out approach, resulting in extended wait times for applicants as their paperwork languished in a queue. However, the ATF has now adopted a more efficient system, prioritizing applications based on the completion of background checks and introducing separate processing lanes for different types of applicants. Under the new system, ATF Form 4s are processed only after the FBI completes its background check and issues clearance. This change streamlines the approval process, ensuring that applications are not delayed unnecessarily. Once the FBI notifies the ATF of a clear background check, the ATF can promptly proceed with processing the Form 4, expediting the overall timeline for approval. It's important to note that these expedited processing times apply specifically to individuals applying for suppressors through Form 4s. For those utilizing arm trusts, the process may differ, as arm trust applications are routed through a separate processing lane. While individuals may enjoy quicker approvals, those using arm trusts may experience longer wait times due to additional scrutiny of trust documents. Moreover, the ATF has emphasized the distinction between standard arm trusts and custom trusts drafted by attorneys. While standard arm trusts often provided by retailers like Silencer Shop offer convenience and ease of use, custom trusts may undergo individual review by ATF personnel, potentially prolonging the approval process. Consequently, individuals seeking expedited approval may opt to forego the use of arm trusts or choose standard trusts to minimize delays. For individuals eager to acquire suppressors promptly, applying as an individual through Form 4s offers the most efficient route.
At once, which is one where there's still a backlog of those paper applications, and at the same time, you have the electronic system.
Why is the e-form system still experiencing issues? How has the funding been used to update the system?
Identified, not ATF, it was Congress that identified in the National Firearms Act suppressors as being subject to these.
The committee has provided you with ample funding over the years.
By bypassing the complexities associated with arm trusts, applicants can expedite the approval process and gain timely access to their desired arms accessories. While the choice between individual and trust applications depends on individual preferences and circumstances, those prioritizing speed may opt for the former to capitalize on the ATF's streamlined procedures. Furthermore, the ATF's revised approach underscores the importance of staying informed about evolving arm regulations and procedures. As regulatory agencies adapt their practices to enhance efficiency and compliance, arms enthusiasts must remain vigilant and proactive in navigating the intricacies of the application process. Consulting knowledgeable FFLs and legal experts can provide invaluable guidance and ensure adherence to applicable laws and regulations.
You said the system, the electronic processing system, is back up and running. I would agree with you.
They say the resolution will make it easier for gun owners to get their hands on a suppressor and protect their hearing.
Embracing efficiency. The recent shift in the application process for purchasing suppressors marks a significant advancement, potentially making it the optimal time to invest in one. The implementation of electronic Form 4s by the ATF has brought the process into the digital age, promising a substantial reduction in the time required to acquire and legally possess a suppressor or silencer. Previously, the traditional method involved mailing a paper Form 4 to the ATF after purchasing a suppressor. This antiquated paper process typically took anywhere from 9 to 14 months for approval. The backlog was significant, with stacks of paper applications, including fingerprint cards, trust documents, corporate paperwork, passport photos, checks, and Form 4 applications waiting to be processed by government officials. The transition to a computerized cloud-based e-form system has revolutionized the application process. With this digital transformation, there is no longer a need for physical mail correspondence, eliminating the time-consuming back-and-forth exchanges. Moreover, applicants now directly input all necessary information electronically, sparing the ATF from the laborious task of manual data entry. Consequently, as soon as an applicant is submitted, the approval process can promptly commence.
Why did it take 7 years for ATF to relaunch the new e-form system?
The processing times are too long. We have recently surged resources to try and get more people working on those.
I want to tell you that in 2013, ATF launched an electronic program for firearm owners.
Utilizing the new e-form system for suppressor purchases places applicants ahead of the queue of paper applications still pending at the ATF. The ATF anticipates that electronic Form 4s will eventually undergo processing in as little as 30 to 90 days. Such expedited timelines may seem ambitious, but they are indeed plausible. The ATF has already been accepting e-form applications for Form 1, used for making and transferring personal suppressors or SBRs through their online portal for several years. In recent months, there have been instances where e-form Form 1 applications were approved within as little as 12 days, with the longest approval process taking 33 days. That's all for this video, folks. See you next time.